Did you know that 59% of business leaders say managing remote teams is harder than in person teams? But the ones who get it right save up to 78% in overhead. If you're a solo or small firm lawyer and you've been thinking about hiring help, I'm going to show you how to build a Rockstar VA team that's productive, profitable, and drama free. By the end of this video, you'll know three critical things: how to figure out exactly what kind of help your practice needs right now, how to identify the skill set needed by the VA in order to take those tasks off your plate, and how to build a system that makes supervising your remote team simple and stress-free. Stick around because hiring the right VAs the right way can completely transform your firm. Hiring a virtual assistant without having clarity on what you actually need is like hiring a handyman without knowing whether you've got a plumbing issue, an electrical problem, or a hole in the wall. Even the most talented worker can't help you if they don't have the right tools or the right trade. Before you even think about posting a job or scheduling interviews, you need to know, what exactly do I need help with? What's slowing me down, eating my time, or keeping me stuck in the weeds? That's where your real delegation strategy starts, and that's where we're going next. Let's step through what you need to do. First, identify what to delegate. Start by doing a simple time audit. Look at where your hours are actually going. Then take note of the tasks that don't require your legal expertise. Things like admin work, following up with leads, client intake, billing, anything that's not lawyering. Also, think about what's repetitive, what drains your energy, and what's slowing you down. You can use categories like repetitive, low value, and not lawyering to help sort through your tasks. Once you've done this, you'll start to see exactly what you need to delegate. Next, match those tasks to the right skill sets. Group your tasks by function, like calendar management, client communication, organizing files, billing, or marketing. Then figure out what skills are actually needed to do those things well. For example, if one of your tasks is phone scripts, you'll want someone with strong people skills. If you need help managing your inbox, then they'll need good written communication and sound judgment. Also, be clear on which skills are must haves and which are nice to haves. Don't try to find a unicorn. You want the right fit for your most critical needs. Now, once you've got that list, you're ready to find the right people. There are a bunch of platforms you can use to find virtual assistants: Upwork, OnlineJobs.ph, Belay, Fiverr, or VA firms that specialize in supporting law firms like Attorney Assist, LegalSoft, and I'll leave a link to these in the description. You'll also want to think about whether you want to go with a freelancer, a VA agency, or someone more full time. Each has pros and cons depending upon how much help you need and how involved you want to be in managing them. Now, when it comes to writing your job post, be as specific as possible. Focus on results, what you want them to do, not just a list of tasks. And here's a pro tip: include a small Easter egg in the job post, like include the word pineapple in your reply. It's a quick way to filter out people who don't follow instructions. Once you start getting responses, it's time to interview and vet for fit. Ask questions that show how they think, how they solve problems, and how they take initiative. Try things like, tell me about a time you caught a mistake before it became a problem, or what's your approach to learning new tools or processes? And always give them a paid test task before making a final decision. It doesn't have to be big, just enough to see how they follow instructions, communicate, and deliver work. Because here's the thing: great virtual assistants don't just complete tasks, they anticipate needs. Now, once you've made a hire, you've got to set them up for success. That starts with systems. Create simple SOPs, standard operating procedures. That could be a screen recording, a checklist, or a quick step-by-step document. Use tools like Slack or Teams for communication, Asana for task management, Loom for quick how-to videos, and Microsoft Office OneDrive for file sharing. And set clear expectations. Who owns what? What does a good week look like? When should they check in? What should they report? Your onboarding process doesn't have to be complicated, but it does need to be repeatable and clear, even if you're only hiring one VA right now. Now you know what to delegate, what kind of VA you need, and how to set them up for success. But even with the right systems, your team will only be as good as the people you hire, and that all starts in the interview. A solid interview question can save you hours of frustration later. You don't just want someone with the right resume. You want someone who can handle change, take ownership, and think like a partner in your success. So if you're ready to make that first or next great hire, check out these two short videos next. One shows you my favorite interview question to reveal how a VA handles change, and the other, it's the best question I've ever used to spot a true problem solver. I'll link them both below and on the screen right now. Watch them both next.